Another difference for this Clipper team early on in the season, with both those guys playing more games together. Ingram with the game's first shot, and it's on the money. And now the switch, and you got George on Hart. Off the Adams screen, Alexander Walker with the floater, and it's 4-0 New Orleans.
And playing against better talent, getting the opportunity and capitalizing.
Alexander Walker in his second year out of Virginia Tech as Ibaka connects. Adams a week ago had a triple-double against his former team, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Nice look inside. Alexander Walker.
Limited, perimeter jump shooting ability. How do they overcome that?
Beverly drains a three. He's been suffering from eye irritation, and they don't know how long that's going to take. Wide open is Beverly in the corner, and the Clippers the #1 three. Ingram, no, got it back though, and there is Ibaka with the block. Playing about calls?
I said great players.
Ingram takes it to the rim, count it, and a foul. In Detroit, back in 2012, or in 2017 rather, as the 12th overall pick. Alexander Walker drains a three from the floor. He has 7 points tonight. Shot clock down to 4. George trying to shake Hart and swishes home a three. 11 of his last 16. 43 made three-pointers. That's second in the NBA entering tonight. Adams in the paint again, showing off that football. Growing up, Dad played football professionally for a long time and is now a coach in the NFL. Here's J.J. Redick, who's starting his point lead. Zubac setting the screen for Leonard. Shot clock down to 5. Deep three from Kennard is good. He's here in L.A. with the Clippers, part of some good playoff teams. Just couldn't get to the conference finals. Clippers still trying to get there. Will this be the year? Morris drains a three.
Lou Williams with a wide open shot, turns it down and delivers the pass to Morris.
And speaking of chemistry, how about the fact that both those guys went to Ron Lue?
For you as a coach to make a tough decision. So veterans, you love to see them embrace and make life easier. That's championship mentality.
Leonard, here's Paul George, 1 of 2 from the floor. Leonard is also 1 of 2 from the field, and George working on Lewis and just took him to school. J.J. Redick. Hayes setting the screen for him, and Redick buries a three. Redick trying to guard Paul George. Skip pass is picked off. Wow, Jackson Hayes smashes the rim.
And he was preaching about.
Marcus Morris gets into the paint. There's some contact, but not enough to call it. Let me think about it. That's actually not a bad idea. I hadn't thought about that before. Try to use that next time. Hayes got the rebound out to Melly. His three is up and good. Third three, so it is Clipper ball. George with the lob and the flush by Zubac.
That's what we talked about in the open. Paul's.
How about for those folks that might say, well, there's only one ball. You got 3 guys that need to have the ball in their hand.
Get upset if he didn't touch the basketball. I also watched Kevin Durant when he played with the Warriors. He's playing for his money. He's going to be just fine. So you have a guy that can score 20-plus points a night as Batum knocks down the shot.
I know what the score is. What did you think, by the way, as Ingram swats it right back at Leonard about, everybody's making such a big deal out about another 3, the 8 to the Nets. 2.5 to go here. The Clippers have opened up a 9-point lead as the Pelicans have gone almost 6 minutes without a field goal. Paul George knocked. Batum directing traffic, hits Leonard. Fakes baseline, drives, and finishes against Hart.
Make sure you get quality looks on the offensive end. You got to find a way to stop the bleeding by slowing it down and getting high percentage offense. Good job by Walker. You got a real chance.
Leonard finds a cutting Zubac, who picked up the foul on the other end. Here's a cross-court pass. Paul George again. George in the corner being defended by Thornwell. They'll throw it to George with 2. George with 1. Lets it fly. Good at the gun. Paul George with Ingram with the rebound off the missed perimeter shot. Clippers without a point here in the opening minute of the third. Ingram moving to his left. Strokes that one home. He was just... Leonard with 10 points in the first half. Most of those coming at the line. Open is Batum, and the 3 is good. At 7. Leonard reaches in. Those big hands and almost got the steal. Alexander Walker on the step back 3. Wow, 16 points. getting a chance tonight to start. Started just one game a year ago as Leonard has it swatted away by Adams. And Hart at Virginia Tech was a first-round pick of Brooklyn, was traded twice on draft night. Ingram on the step through, counted and won. They're currently tied with Utah and the Clippers for the second best record in the West. Ingram again starting to heat up here. Ibaka puts it on the floor and gets two plus a foul.
But you have to be able to live with something against, big time talent. And Serge Ibaka's a guy you have to be willing to live with the contested three.
Right, he can shoot the three, but he's not. Leonard coming off a 35-point game. It was the third quarter against Chicago where he got hot, had 21 points, a career high. In the third quarter of that game, those are nearing the midway point of the third. The Clippers lead by 13. Alexander Walker again on target. He's got 21.
They're there to help me scout and make sure I'm ready. You never know.
Three ball goes down for Morris as Paul George hits the deck trying to follow it up. Hart gets to the rim and scores against George. Works deep into the lane, falling away, and it spins off the rim at Zubac's there with a tip, and off. Part of that is because the Clippers have barely missed offensively. There's not a lot of defensive or offensive rebounds to be had for the Clippers. Is postponed, so this is a 6-game road trip now. They will not play another home game until January 25th. Alexander Walker with his fourth. Leonard around the screen, gets into the lane and flushes it, and a foul call.
You're playing ball games, whether it be for 5 minutes or 35 minutes. You want to go out there and make sure you continue to preach the right message and have the right habits.
Well, in the playoffs. That's one of the reasons why a change was made. Doc Rivers now in Philadelphia as Kennard drills a three. This was a big impact player for the Clippers last year, and Markieff was for the Lakers and won the championship. George fading away. That's so sweet. Paul
George defending Ingram, trying to get under him and disrupt him.
Hayes, tough shot, and gets the bounce. Jackson Hayes.
You got to get stops on the defensive end. Put a couple of stops together and put yourself in position to climb all the way back.
Zubac creates a rebound.
Josh Hart was not coming into the ball game. Stan Van Gundy saw Kawhi Leonard inserted and immediately got Hart off the bench.
Ingram with a sweep. 26 for Alexander Walker to pace the Pelicans. Down 3 starters. Leonard connects, getting the bounce. Ingram looking to take Beverly, put a move on him, and gets the bounce. So Brandon Ingram now at 20 points. Leonard directing traffic, finds Beverly. His corner three is on the money.
You're defending him, fighting over screens and staying connected.
Clippers turned it over. Alexander Walker drives and finishes. What a ball's going to be out either with the right knee issue. Bledsoe out tonight as well with eye irritation. Leonard's three is home. He's shooting 43% from three-point land this season. Ingram flies to the rim and slams it. Initiating the offense, bringing it up the floor. Finds a cutting George into Adams, and it went in. I don't think it hit the wiring above the basket, did it? No, count it. Batum draws the defensive assignment against Alexander Walker. Beautiful floater kick.
Tonight watching this team battle.
30 points on the night. Leonard step through, good. Kawhi Leonard. He shot 9 in the quarter, 25 in the night.
You're Josh Hart, you can't complain. You're not going to get that call. Keep on battling defensively.
Another one for Alexander. A career high for Nickeil Walker-Alexander. 32 points. Make it 35 as he... I think I said Walker-Alexander. Here's Kawhi Leonard trying to answer. Does. Leonard with 28 now, his second three. Alexander Walker trying to shake George. Long two. 37 for Nickeil.
Like it was his night.
George into the paint. Out to Kawhi. Gets it back to George. And the three is good. 18 for... Good hands by Ibaka with the strip. It's all Beverly on the other end, but going to give it to Ibaka, who made the initial play. Down by 12, though, because of the sweet shooting of the Clippers, the #1 3-point percentage team in the NBA. But Alexander Walker in the paint. And Adams driving, can't get it. The tip is good, but just a half second remaining. So the Clippers will